Yo, what is up, guys? This is going to be pretty much a video about the process of the ramp that we built in my backyard. Um, all the homies chipped in for this. It wasn't just like me. It's pretty much everybody's ramp where I live. There's nothing to ride, and everything that we do make, any progress that's made, pretty much just people break the shit, man. I mean, we had like a skate park that was just like pretty much DIY as fuck. The city gave us like a plot to build it on, and it just got destroyed. Like, people just don't care where I live. So this was the alternative. We just wanted to make sure nobody broke the shit. So we decided to go with a ramp in the backyard. And then next year we plan on extending it to make it even better. So what we went with was a 6 foot tall, 16 foot wide, 7 foot radius, and a 12 foot deck flat that you ride on. And as far as standing up on top, we went with 4 foot, 4 foot by 16 foot for each side. So that was pretty much like the dimensions that we came across. I know most ramps are going to do like an 8 foot radius. We wanted a 7 foot to make it more of a pop, especially for the BMX riders in this town, so they can actually ride it as well. As far as the price, like I said, it was $2,000. Everybody chipped in for it. It's not my ramp, it's everybody's ramp. But this is honestly the best way to do it if you're going to do it, man. I mean, it is a lot of work. It's a lot of money. What we did was we built everything in my garage as far as like the decks, and it all went together like a jigsaw puzzle outside. So this way we could build in the rain and everything and then transfer it outside. So as far as getting it done, only ran across like two issues. Now what I recommend is you to measure after you stud like every 7 inches. You're going to want to put a stud. Make sure you measure from the starting of the first layer of wood you do. If you're going to run by like 4x8s, you're going to make sure every 8 foot is going to be, oh, that's my phone, we just went off. Every 8 foot you're going to want to make sure you have a stud. And what that does, so when you actually lay the layers, you'll actually have a stud to screw into. If not, you're just going to be rigging shit the whole time trying to put it all together. So it just runs way more smooth if you already have that planned out, which is something we really didn't do. I thought because we were going to do more layers that we could just like cross it, like weave the layers. So one layer will go straight, the next layer will go sideways, which is pretty much what we did. And it does work like that, but I still recommend making sure that you lay the boards on the studs when you first start. It'll just make it more sturdy all around. So, but we did that way, and it did turn out great. It still needs one more layer, which is going to be like $700 to actually finish. But the problem that we ran into with a ramp this size is the tarp on it. It takes two people no matter what to untarp this ramp. You cannot do it by yourself for how big it is. Especially on like the one side, it actually overhangs. So it's like 10 foot in the air instead of 6 foot. And we also have a box. The highest point is 8 foot. So with that being said, make sure, like, if you're going to do it, make sure you do straight pressure treated. So this way you don't have to tarp it. We live where it rains a lot, and then, I mean, it snows in the winter. We live in Ohio, so we always get like bad fucking weather. So the best way to go around it is making sure, like, wherever you live, you build it for where you live, pretty much, for the weather conditions. And also another problem that we ran into was, as far as the coping goes, make sure you do not set the coping until the final layer is done. That'll actually fuck it up. Make sure you get a big enough piece of coping. Don't get like a fence pole or some shit like that. Make sure it's actually a big enough piece of coping, because what you'll do is you'll have a hard time locking in with your trucks. But other than that, I mean, everything ran pretty smooth. I will do updates. We do plan on actually changing a lot, and I'll keep everybody up to date on what we're going to do. And I'll be dropping a lot more videos here soon. So hopefully you guys liked the video. If I gave you pretty good information, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned. See you.